Oh, what a weekend. Great weekend for the Bears. We had some weather issues, different issues. Got up there, a little bit cold, started playing, and all of a sudden a game turned into not only a 9-inning game, a 21-inning game. And I couldn't be more thrilled with the way our kids fought each inning through the first 9. And then when it got into the extra innings, it just became kind of legendary for us. It was great. I love the way our kids fought, and then to win it the way we did, I think our kids or somebody else has called it a balk-off, which is kind of unique and fun. So really enjoyed that. Being the home team up there was the way the Summit had set up games that get canceled. We were the home team, and so just love the fact that our kids fought the entire weekend.
Coach, 21-inning game. As a coach, how do you keep a team engaged for so long, and how do you keep the pedal to the metal, if you will?
As a coach, I didn't need to do a thing. I couldn't believe our kids' intensity. When that game finished, there was just a massive sigh of relief because the intensity every single inning. There wasn't a whole lot of runs scored. We gave up 2 in the top of the 19th and came back, got down to our last strike a few times and scored 2 to keep that thing going. The intensity that was created by our players was outstanding. And again, to win it in the 21st the way we did, the fight and the intensity that was sustained for those 21 innings was pretty special.
Coach, the team showed great depth in that 21-inning game and across the entire weekend. What can you say about your bullpen and their ways of stepping in and stepping up and their opportunities?
So many great opportunities for kids to kind of have a different role. Wagner was great in the start, deserved a win out of that thing, and had to wait a few innings to get there. But, we started the next day with Trevor Landon, who's been a starter, who's been on our back end. And, he was trained for it. He was ready to go in terms of physically. But, he went out through 100 pitches and put up zeros just nonstop, deserving of one of the top performances in the conference. And, and then to finish the game the way we did with arms that, maybe didn't have those same opportunities. So, and again, we just fought through some things. Some freshmen came through with some base hits late in that 21-inning game. So a lot of opportunities were created, and they took advantage of them.
Coach, another standout freshman, Game 3, Ethan Sanchez his homer over to right field to take the lead in the 9th. How about his maturity and his professional at-bats that he's shown early in the season?
We got a spot start. We lost Jaden Stone to an injury and kind of mixed the lineup up on that Sunday just to see. Those Sanchez brothers do some special things, and so we put them back to back. Ethan led off. Brandon was in the 2-hole. The very first pitch of the game, Ethan decides he's going to go line drive, and the whole day didn't stop from there. He just had quality at bats. Comes down to the very last at bat. We're down by a run, down to our last strike, 1 pitch away from the game being over, and he decides he's going to go hit a home run. Pretty special. Had a quality at bat, stayed on the baseball, turned on at the last second, but a quality AB to do that, and got a great performance out of him, and some pitching out of that too. So.
Lastly, Coach, looking ahead, the Bears sit 8-9 in conference play, heading to South Dakota State. How confident do you feel where this team is right now, and where are some areas you want to see continue to?
The number one thing I tell players I want to teach is confidence. I'm gaining confidence in them. I hope they're gaining confidence in themselves and this program and within the conference. It's tough. We've played 31 games on the road. That's tough. I hope they're road tested. I hope they start to understand that. We do things a little different with our D1, small little D1 program. We have to go on the road quite a bit. So a brotherhood's created. I hope they're tough mentally. I hope they're confident being on the road. So those are the little things that we're looking on. And if, we've got a goal set with what we need to do within conference, get those conference wins, get into the conference tournament, and at that point anything can happen.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.